What's up, YouTube? Kazuhimura here with another dueling book replay against Milbrandt. My good buddies. We're going to do some rock, paper, scissors, start this out, and let's go. I'm on the Amaryllis burn deck, and we win rock, paper, scissors. We're going to elect to go first. And let's see our opening hand here and what we got to work with. Alright, so this hand doesn't really do much. Draw the card, draw titanium, makes it even worse. And let's see what we do here. We're going to shuffle our hand a little bit and take a think. We just set Morphing Jar, Foolish, MST. If they Heavy Storm, we don't really care. We just want to draw, get this counter, and this Plague the Grave. Titanial's not going to do much in our hand unless we draw into a trade-in. You can see he's got like Heavy Storm. He draws into off that Allure, which is really bad for us. He's got Double Collude. He's got a Whirlwind, Sirocco. Got this Bribe. So he's just going to summon the Sirocco here. And I don't think he fires off the Heavy Storm. It'd be kind of silly to Whirlwind. I'm chaining MST to Whirlwind, so that worked out pretty good for us. We just have Foolish set. Sirocco. Let's go swing on the jar. Works good for us. He loses 2 Collude, Heavy, and Bribe out of the deal, so it's a really good Morphing Jar for us. Let's see what we draw. Alright, well, we at least picked up the Card Trooper, the Raikou. This Burial will be good later in the game. We got the Foolish as well. Yeah, Graveyard's not looking too great. I mean, we got the Volcanic set up. We got Titanial set up if we, come across the Amaryllis. He's going to draw Upstart, MST, Control, Icarus, and a Blizzard. So that's actually fairly good draws for him as well. Sets the MST, sets the Icarus. Not sure why he didn't Upstart, and we draw into the Amaryllis. That's not very good for us. So far we're not drawing all that great. Remember, this game actually gets pretty crazy towards the end. We're stack for Plague. Stack the Amaryllis. I believe we normal the Trooper and we mill it. It's nice because we have this Titanium. We can bring it back in the end phase. That lets us go into Android, Catastor, all kinds of stuff. So Mill and Mark of the Rose isn't exactly good here. Dust Shoot would have been nice to draw as well, but he only has 3 in hand anyways. Substart is just going to be a 1-for-1. So he's not actually going to have enough cards in hand for that Dust Shoot to matter, but that Mark of the Rose could have really come in handy later in the game. And he's going to fire off the Icarus attack. Target our monsters. I'm going to draw off Card Trooper. There's that trade-in we could have used a little bit ago. Check for Graveyard. Go to Foolish. Send the Dandy to make some tokens. Just setting up a defense here, just to make sure that I can survive through the next turn in case he has some, crazy Blackwing shenanigans. Taking my time, going for the actual fluff tokens, I think they're cool. Kind of cute, almost. And then we're going to Amaryllis in the end phase. So for you, those of you that don't know, Amaryllis. If it's in your graveyard, you have another plant in your graveyard, you banish that plant in the end phase, switch someone to defense. That's only during my end phase. However, if it is destroyed after damage calculation, if you control it and it's destroyed, sent to the graveyard, you inflict 800 damage of burn. So this is just a recurring threat. It's a 2200 beater if it sticks around. And 2200 in this format, it's sizable. He's looking at making a 5 here. 2200 is pretty sizable. I don't know why he didn't Whirlwind with the Blizzard to get Vayu. That seems kind of strange, especially when I have no back row. It seems strange. Catastor, I think he swings over the Amaryllis if I remember correctly. Yep, he does. Send it, and then I'm going to declare the activation. Whenever we play, we also talk on Discord at the same time. We're both just getting back into it. I think the last time I played actual competitive Yu-Gi-Oh was probably like Sekka Light, Burning Abyss with Fabled Sulcus, like forever ago, a long time ago. We're gonna card destruction to draw 3. We set the burial. We wanted to make sure we resolve that in trade in just in case we draw into, as you see there, we draw Titanium. So we're going to activate that trade in for the Titanium next, I believe. Which just also gives us a target engrave for Amaryllis. Then with this hidden armory, we can actually search out DDR with this titanium to get one of these Titanials back. And we, go into Loonfire, this charge. But as you can see, our mills are just not great. They're saying there's 2 more Amaryllis, so all 3 Amaryllis are engraved. That's where they belong. But if we got this burial, we're gonna lone fire. I think we're just gonna fire out the lone fires, deck then. Don't really have a good plan for this Cataster. We have the ability to go do some stuff with Plague Spreader after we burial. We can make Armory Arm. We got the Titanial there. But overall, we don't really have much going on. This Titanial is really just going to protect us from, like, Book of Moon. We see Brain Control's already in the grave, so we don't really have to worry about that. But maybe I should have went for second Dandy here with the Lone Fires. And used Burial, get back to Plague, and then I could have went into Mistworm. And a 7, I could have Black Raised the field, which I guess isn't that great. This deck's actually really hard to play if you haven't tried it, but I think it's really fun. I like playing this deck a lot. And we're just thinking here, we're going in the tank. We're actually not even pressured at all, really. We can just, banish stuff, get 2 Amaryllis on the board. We're in good spots. Now, a neat interaction is we got these Amaryllis, 2200 beater Cataster. He's just going to swing over stuff. If he keeps swinging over it, it's just 800 damage, 800 damage, 800 damage. But as you can see, our deck is starting to get a little light. We got 12 cards left in deck. I mean, we have Lone Fires to go with this counter here, should he ever attack directly. For those of you that don't know, Volcanic counter, whenever I take battle damage, if I have a fire other than Volcanic counter, I can burn for that amount. And he's going to Book a Moon. I'm just going to let him do it. It doesn't really matter. Titaniel's not going to win us this game against Cataster. Thunder King also doesn't really matter. But we got the Necker Guard now. We're going to save Titaniel. And he gets rid of a token. Okay, no big deal. So he lets us keep both these Amaryllis here. And then we've got this Titanial. So we have both these Amaryllis, we have the Titanial. We're just going to swing over to the Thunder King. It's an MST set. Takes a little bit of chip damage here for 900. No big deal. I believe we set the Raikou and then we just pass. Not much to do. Our board looks great. Titanial's still protecting us from sweepers, all that kind of stuff. I think we do actually. Yeah, we fire out the burial. Maybe that was a little preemptive. But we're gonna put this Gardner back. I believe we put the Plagues back and the Titanial. We're just kind of abusing Gardner here right now. But we got 11 cards in deck. We got to make a play against this Cataster, and that'll pretty much give us the game when we can. We got this. We still got Titanial. Necrogarden is going to save Titanial if he attacks it again. We get a little bit punished here for not switching these Amaryllis into attack mode, but that's okay. We want them to go to grave. We want them to burn. So, yeah, right here we get a little bit punished by Shura. But, oh yeah, we just gardened the Shura. That's fine. And then we're going to hit for 17. He's going to take 8. We don't want the Shura to resolve. And then he's got Catastrophe. Swing over something else. And he goes into the Raikou. The Raikou's going to flip. Gonna mill 3. Awful mills. And then we're just gonna pop the Cataster. Now the other thing to note is when we took that 1700, we could have activated this volcanic shell and banished. I think it banishes. Yeah. Banished the volcanic counter, and he could have also took 17, but we didn't really need to do that. So we draw a DDR for turn. Now here's where we can make some interesting plays. We're gonna DDR and get this Gardener back. And then we're gonna stack the trade in for Plague. And then I want it in defense. And then I read DDR and I realize, oh, it does have to be attack position. It's been a long time since I played with this card. Stack, we get Plague back. We're gonna be able to go 6 here. So we're gonna be able to get Brionic. Gardner goes back to grave, which is exactly where we want him. Brionic. Bounced back right hand. We don't know it's MST still. And my thought process here is we know that he's had 2 Kalutes in grave already. There's no way he has another Kalute here. We don't know what the card in his hand is, but we're just thinking that there's no way it's Kalute. And we're just going to swing over everything. Now, I should have played around Gores a little bit better here. But if he has it, he has it. I guess at this point, like, we're at a healthy life total. We've got 2 counters in grave. We got Gardner sitting. Daniel swings over, the Gores, but not the token if we have 28. So really, I should have attacked 23, 28, and then 22 direct. Would have been smarter. End phase. We got some Amaryllis to resolve. And he's just going to concede. He stopped attacking the Chaos Sork. Off the rematch by game 2. He does. Neither one of us side. We just move on to the next game. He's going to go first this time. We're going to look at our opening hand here. We got Danny, trade in, hit an armory, counter, card trooper. Not great. Trooper makes this hand better. But hidden armory isn't bad either. Starts with Whirlwind. Ashura, not sure why he didn't use both Whirlwinds. But that may be a little bit of a misplay there. Maybe he's not aware that you can use 2 Whirlwinds at the same time. I'll have to talk to him about that. And is he in the deck? Let's see what he grabs. Because I honestly don't remember. Taking him a little while to decide. He knows what deck we're on. It's game 2. Grabs Bora. Now, if he would have had the second whirlwind, this whole game maybe would have went differently. He could have then went Bora and Gale. So set the Trinade. He's gonna set the Icarus attack. Now I don't really like this. I would have just set the Icarus attack. We're gonna draw a Titania, which makes our trade in live, so that's happy. We're good to draw. We're extremely happy to draw that. I'm gonna do that. Draw two. Draw Mark of the Rose, Reiko. So with this hand, we're literally just gonna troop mill. Mills aren't awful. I mean, Reiko kind of sucks. Foolish kind of sucks, but Wilderness Other Head and Armory, that's not bad. We only have one target in our deck. We don't really want them. We try to swing over for 100. See what happens. And then we look at our graveyard, see what we got, and pass. Draws Blizzard for turn, which is insane. So he's gonna Blizzard, bring back to Shura, searches the Bayou. Gonna make a 6. Alright, it's got the Armed Wing, it's got Bora. We're looking at a good chunk of damage here, but in this deck, it's really not that bad. Taking a lot of damage isn't too bad. And he's just gonna swing over for 13. We're gonna draw a card. Draw MST. Alright, and he attacks. We're in a little bit of trouble here. Like, this hand's not great. We're gonna Mark of the Rose. We're gonna banish that Titanial. And we're gonna take over his arm ring. Mark of the Rose, for those of you that don't know, is a snatch steal. But in the end phase, they get their monster back. But this card's really good. I like this card. There's a lot you can do with this card. Gonna go battle phase, swing over. And then main two. We're always checking our graveyard. We want to just remember what's in it. We're gonna set the Raikou, and then we're also set this MST. End phase, I forgot to get this back. He was looking at plays. I think I actually forgot what Mark of the Rose did for a second too. But we corrected at the end. I think it's at the end of his turn. I inform him via Discord that hey, you actually would have had this back. Does that change your turn at all? And I believe he says no. He doesn't want to attack. Yeah, right here. I think I start asking him on Discord, hey, Mark of the Rose, you get your monster back. Did you want to attack? And he just says no, it doesn't change his turn, and then we continue to play. Fast forward it for a second. Oh, no, digressing. I give him his monster back, ask him if he wants to attack. And he lets me know, hey, I don't want to attack, it doesn't change my turn at all. Because I asked him if that was going to change his turn, because he could have giant tornadoed. I don't know why he didn't. If he would have giant tornado, I actually would have put me in a really bad spot. I probably, no, I don't. Stand by, get it back. Now, with him having that set monster, this Armed Wing is huge. Flip the Raikou. Miller 3. Alright, there's an Amaryllis. We're going to target this Icarus attack. Which I don't know why he didn't chain it. No, I think we fire off the MST at the Trinade. Because we're going to just try to make some plays here. And we want to have as much information on the board as possible. We don't want to lone fire into something. We want to have clear for all of our stuff here. We're going to lone fire, grab the second lone fire. I believe we grabbed Titanium. Titania is just 2800 attack. She's got good effect. Just really good overall. So we're going to attack. He gets pumped up to 28. And has Pierce, which is crazy on this value. Yeah, he should have fired off that Icarus attack, and he should have Trinated the turn before. And this whole game's different. Like, my hand, I don't do anything at that point. And he took the 28. And then we're going to go to end phase. We're going to give him back his monster, and we're going to bring back that, banish Lone Fire, and pass. He draws Shura and just concedes. Now, there's a lot he could have done with the Shura here. I'm drawing second turn. With the Shura, he could have done the second Whirlwind, played it. Shura, activate both Whirlwinds. He could have got Bora, and then he could have got Gale. Now Gale, he could have made Armor Master. He could have made Black Rose, and Titania cannot actually negate Black Rose, so he could have Black Rose right here. Even if he just would have went Shura, search, grab Gale, special Gale. I guess he could have made Armor Master as well, but this negates Armor Master, right? No, Armor Master doesn't target, so he could have just swung at it with Armor Master, made a wedge. Armor Master, you take no damage. So there's plays he could have done. I don't know why he just threw it in right here. But thanks for checking out the video. Have another one up soon. And if you haven't yet, make sure you like, subscribe, message in the comments. Let me know how this game went. If there's anything I could have done better. I'm still learning this deck, but I like this deck a lot, so I've been playing a lot of it. And I hope you guys have a great day.